Good evening, everyone. I just felt the need to bang the gong. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing good. This is late at night. I just decided to pop on, and I wanted to talk about a lot what's going on, what I feel is going on, and where this is pretty late at night, what I go through, my ritual, so to speak, a ritual that I do in order to protect myself before going to bed. And also, too, with everything going on, and you have the AI, which you spoke about, and there's a lot of infiltration, or people will dump their stuff on you. They'll tell you you're possessed. That's what I've had dealt with the past year. Is you're possessed, or you're being taken constantly. And let's face it, we all get taken. But anyway, getting back to for the protection for at nighttime, I usually I've been using essential oils for a long time now. I just gravitate towards them. And now I know back in Atlantis in Lemuria, they used a lot of, they used a lot of the flower essences also too, to help heal. But it's all keeping your frequency, keeping your energy up. So that way, if you vibrate high enough and your frequency is, it's high, you're less apt to get infiltrated. And the main thing is I do not consent. So I go through that at night too. I do not consent. I do not consent to anything that does not agree with my soul or oversoul. I mean, we all, whether you want to call it dreams, astral, I call it more astral, about dreaming. I am a dream walker, so I do experience a lot at night. I help children who are afraid at night and have nightmares. And I know exactly how it feels because I went through it myself, and I'm sure most of us all did. And also too, you go through different dimensions and you experience a lot of different sometimes astral entities that are not for your best interest, or your dreams can be infiltrated. So, like I had spoke about in another video about how AI came in, though it did give me good information, but it's, it could be trickery too. And most likely it is a lot of the time. So what I like to do is before I, get ready to go to bed, is I go through, this ritual. I call it a ritual because it's a routine that I do. And I think it's important for us to have a routine or something that makes us feel comfortable, whether you say a prayer or, you have a certain thing that makes you feel comfortable, so that way you can go to sleep more easily. And like I said, I do not consent. Because if you don't say that, then, you're sometimes forced into things that you don't want to do. You get in situations at night. So by saying I do not consent to anything or any entities from coming at you, that it's important to state it. And in stating it, or even what's even better is if you're in the dream state and if you're able to, recognize it when it's happening and turn around and say, look, I don't consent, which I've had to do, but sometimes I get caught off guard also too. Lucid dreaming is the best time because you're part awake and part asleep, but you're aware that you're dreaming, so then you can take control over it. So then you can direct it the way you want it to be directed. So what I usually do is that I usually put on a lot of, protection oil. What's really good for protection oil is frankincense and myrrh. Frankincense and myrrh. And, you can get, shop around, but as long as it's 100% pure, then, you don't want to get anything that's not 100% pure. The potency, the frequency is higher when you do 100%. So what I do is I put a little bit, you do what you want with it, put a little bit wherever you want. But I find that in having this, essential oils, I can't say enough about raising your frequency with essential oils. If I'm having a hard day and I take them with me to work, or I take them where I go, not all of them, I have a lot of them that I've collected, and for different purposes, because I also have a deck that I used, and I might have showed this in a previous video. My daughter got me this deck. My daughter's very much a lot like me, and she's into essential oils and into crystals and cards, and that's another thing. If you have a powerful crystal, you can put underneath your pillow. Amethyst is really good too, clear quartz. I put it underneath my pillow. I walked around with crystals during the day in my bra sometimes for protection. You can't do enough, it seems like, for it, especially when you're very high tuned. And like I said, right now, there's really no protection out there, because it's just, everything is just coming at you all at once. You have to basically be on guard and, not worried or anything, but just do everything you can and just be consciously aware of the energies that are around you. And so I also have, and these are from Venus readings too, Raylene, this is aura protection. So then I put aura protection on, and then you can put them wherever you're comfortable. And I also have one that's for the third eye. And I roll, they come in roll-ons, or you can dilute them with water. You can use them as spray. I've put myrrh and frankincense in a bottle, in a spray bottle, and just sprayed it on me before I get out of the car for work, or when you're getting into the car, when you're leaving, or anytime you feel you want, extra protection. So I have all the different chakra oils also. So I put those on when I'm going to bed too. Another, and I also have, this is the one which is really cool. This is the one for keeping entities. And this is a special blend, and there are special blends out there. Raylene does special blends from Venus readings, and I thought this was really cool, so I always put this on at night too. And also too, it is a very high frequency, which helps give you confidence, protection, and probably the highest next to rose oil is the blue spruce. The Idaho blue spruce, and they smell really good. And if you're feeling tired during the day, sometimes I'll stick peppermint underneath my nose and just kind of sniff. That gives you a lot of energy. I have one specifically that says for energy, which I get from Revive Oils. So I also have Connection and Stargate for at night that I put on to help with connections. Lavender is good for calming, and I believe lavender is, yeah, it's good for protection too. So, and the flower essences, these are by Aisha Lerner. She also is an astrologer, and I believe her husband's an astrologer. And it's the power of flowers. And this one is open heart. And I usually just go by my intuition and see what I need. And usually, or if you're going, I have, this one is, this is a love elixir to bring more love into your life. It doesn't necessarily mean relationship. It can be love all around, and or protection. It comes in the flower essences, but there's so many different ones. I have a big book, but that's how they used to heal back in the day in Atlantis, Lemuria, and I believe that, especially Lemuria, after the fall, that was so devastating. It really, I almost want to cry when I think about it, because I remember a lot of it. So anyway, yeah, because we're playing out some of that now. So, yeah, it really hits hard in the heart, and I'm sure it does for a lot of people. So, like I said, the flower essences are really those they use for healing. So there's different flowers that have different properties, and you just take and you ingest them. They're usually diluted. I've made my own with, you can make your own with crystals. Just look it up. And I did make a video, but I think I didn't repost it. I had to take so many videos down that I had done with, I'm not going to mention the name, but, this one, you just take it underneath the tongue and use your intuition with it. So, like I said, the flower essences, those will be really up and coming in the future. Well, even now. So if you can, look into that, the flower essences, I have a big repertoire book. It's over there, but I'm not going to bore you with it. And between that and essential oils, it is amazing. And like I said, especially the oils flower essences too, for if you have ailments, or they have one for ailments. They don't always have just the frequency ones. I have a lot of frequency ones, and ones that are gemstone, which I've made, like quartz, and it has the properties of quartz. But basically, the oils really, really uplift you, add to your frequency, raise your vibration, and, like I said, the Idaho Blue Spruce, if you can get a hold of that. I got mine on Amazon, and Young Living, I think, has a patent to it, so you can only get it through Young Living. But, they go a long way. Like I said, you can dilute it with a little water, put it in a spray bottle. I put mine straight on, and I will mix, and you can mix and match and put them in the bottles. But just to remember, as much as you can, to help raise your frequency, to keep your vibration up, or play what else is what else is good is to play the 432 hertz, I think even higher. But the music, if you like listening to music when you're going to bed, they especially don't like that. If you run fans, if you have a fan, that's great. Entities don't like fans. That they tend to be a little noisy. So I always have a fan going. Anything you can do to help and that makes you feel comfortable, so you're not leaving yourself completely vulnerable to all the astral entities that are out there. And it helps. It really helps build your energy fields and your frequency. So between sound, frequency, and of course, any colors that make you feel comfortable, and just say, when you're falling asleep, I don't consent, to anything that is not in alignment with my soul or my oversoul. So that way you're already setting it up that, look, I don't consent. And I know I keep a dream log, a dream journal. I'm big on dreams. I have been. So I write everything down. And I think I said before, if you lay in bed in the morning, or if, if you get anything that comes to you, that even if it's crazy, just write it down. A lot of times I got to decode, and I'll decode, and then I can figure it out. And my writing is terrible. And of course, I keep a little lamp, like a little flashlight by my bed. Actually, I sleep on the floor, but on a grounding mat. But I have a little lamp, so if it's dark in the room, I can press the button, and then I use that to write. But it's really important because it helps you unravel. It helps you become more intuitive. It keeps you in tune with what's going on with yourself. Because really, it all comes back to the self. And we all, mirror each other. Speaking of mirrors, one of my best girlfriends, Steph, if you're listening to this, was telling me today that I came into her dream, and I was talking about mirrors and how mirrors are portals. If you notice, if you go in a bathroom and you have a mirror in the bathroom, often what I used to do is like go in the bathroom and shut the light off, and do it with caution to make sure you're protected. And when you look into the mirror in the dark, you usually see, and you'll see a lot of things. You might see something around you, or, I don't think it's a good idea to have a lot of mirrors in your house. Like I said, they're portals. We're portals. We're even portals. So, especially us goddess women, we are portals. We bring the babies in the portals. So anyway, and no television. If you can keep, I keep a towel over my TV. I hardly ever watch TV anyway, but I do have one in the house. And because when my son or daughter comes, to visit, they like to sit at the kitchen table and watch something. But that's what really, really, really helps, between the sound and the essential oils and the flower essences, which help internally and help bring up, maybe some things you need to look at. And people will do that too. They'll trigger you. We're mirrors with each other. And sometimes people don't like what they're looking, if you think that they don't like, it's you. It's really, a lot of times it's not you. It's you're triggering something in someone else that they need to look at. So, like I said, we're all mirrors. But having a lot of mirrors around, I would probably lessen some of that and not have as much mirrors around. But if you ever want to try that exercise, as long as you're protected, I think, you'll be fine. So anyway, I just want to get on and share that. If you have any questions, I would answer them in a comment. I am going to be going live, and eventually, and also with my girlfriend Steph, the one that said I came in and taught about mirrors and how mirrors are portals. And so it's really interesting. It's just really interesting to keep, especially to keep a dream log. So anyway, I hope everybody has a good rest of the night and sleep tight. And remember, you do not consent. And you can carry that through your day too. If you have a situation, just say to yourself, I do not consent. If you need to walk away, walk away. You have to preserve your own frequency and your energy. It's our job, ourselves, to keep that up. So then that way we can stay centered. So we do make the right choices and right decisions that are right for us and not for other people. So anyway, thank you for listening and have a great night. Thank you. Bye.